Hello again. Everybody likes a good comeback story. Not that our next guest ever really had to come back for much. For 2 decades, he's been rich and famous, a movie star, and so very good-looking. That's what makes him so fascinating. All that wasn't enough for Ben Affleck. This is the year Ben Affleck took Hollywood by storm. He produced, directed, and starred in Argo.
It's gonna take a miracle to get them out.
The movie, the 3rd film he's directed, tells the story of the real-life CIA operation to rescue 6 diplomats during the Iranian hostage crisis through an elaborate scheme.
I got an idea.
They're a Canadian film crew for a science fiction movie.
I fly into Tehran. We all fly out together as a film crew.
If I'm doing a fake movie, it's going to be a fake hit.
Affleck won kudos for his accomplished direction, combining suspense with cynical humor.
Here's your director.
You teach somebody to be a director in a day?
You teach a rhesus monkey to be a director in a day.
One of the biggest hits of the year, it has everyone talking Oscar. Let's just say that lightning strikes and you're up for an Academy Award for Best Director or for Best Actor.
You
should be
let's
so
say,
lucky or something.
Either you can fly or you can see through walls. I'll kind of cross that bridge when I get to it,
In Hollywood, Ben has never been taken quite seriously. His career, a carousel of changing roles. Independent film star.
We've all got to have sex together.
Action star. Leading man. Ladies' man. And of course, Matt Damon's best friend. But with his latest role, serious filmmaker, Ben seems to have finally hit his stride. You turned 40 this summer, just, a couple of months ago.
Just effortlessly.
Just effortlessly.
It didn't take me anything. I just turned 40.
Is that a life changer?
Initially, I sort of was dreading it because I thought, does this mean I'm not young? Who does this make me? But, what I've found is that it actually is the kind of perfect age.
He grew up outside Boston. His father was an actor who worked as a janitor and mechanic to help support the family. His mother was a Harvard-educated teacher.
I'm Ben Affleck, and I'm in the Arctic Test Chamber for the United States.
He started acting at 7. By 11, he was starring in a PBS series.
Hi, I'm still Ben Affleck.
I don't know, he's been on my case for days. Everything I do is wrong.
TV movies and commercials followed.
Hello?
Hi, is this Burger King?
Yeah, this is Burger King.
When you were 12 years old, your parents divorced. Tough time?
To be honest with you, the marriage was so bad and that I remember feeling relief.
Your dad was an alcoholic.
Yes, he was an alcoholic.
Did you know that as a child? Was that part of the
Yeah, I did know
trauma
that.
of
He
your
drank a
childhood?
lot. My father was what do they call him? A real alcoholic. He, he drank all day, drank every day. And to his credit, he got sober ultimately, and he's been sober for several decades, which I think is pretty impressive.
So was it a good childhood, a difficult childhood, or what?
I think it was all those things. But I had good friends, I had Matt Damon, and my brother's a great guy, and I had a nucleus of friends that I grew up with and I had support from.
You go to school here?
Yeah.
In their early 20s, Ben and Matt began writing the film Good Will Hunting as a star vehicle for themselves. Matt played the lead. Ben was his rough-around-the-edges best friend.
Look, you're my best friend, so don't take this the wrong way. But in 20 years, if you're still living here, coming over my house to watch the Patriots game, still working construction, I'll kill you.
Your big break, Good Will Hunting. He played the genius, you played the dim-witted friend.
That wasn't how I imagined it going into it. It's like, I wonder if we can write a script where I'm a dimwit.
Yeah, well, you turned out to be. But you didn't expect to be?
I didn't anticipate that people would kind of conflate us with our characters.
Yeah.
And the Oscar goes to Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
Ben and Matt won the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay.
I just said to Matt, losing would suck and winning would be really scary, and it's really, really scary.
Superstardom seemed right around the corner.
Love you, thank you so much!
At 25, you won an Oscar. Then you had a string of movies that seemed to flop. Not seem to flop, they flopped. Why?
You know, it's like you work as hard as you possibly can, you know something's wrong, and it just doesn't work. And I try not to wallow in regrets. And there's a couple of movies that I don't like and that still burn me, and I take more pain out of the ones that still chafe me than the ones that were successful.
The least successful, Gigli.
Hello.
Hi.
Often called one of the worst movies ever made.
That's the ball.
On it, he met Jennifer Lopez, dubbed by the press Bennifer. They dated and broke up in a blaze of toxic publicity. How bad did it get?
Yeah, there was a period of time where I was definitely overexposed, you know, and I think that people get overly familiar with you and they get exhausted by you. It took time to extract myself from that.
You said at one point to Matt Damon, I can sell magazines, but I can't sell films.
Yeah, I seem to be at least part of what was selling magazines, and, you know, they don't even have the decency to give you your cut.
I didn't kill your father.
Liar.
On the set of Daredevil, a new Jennifer entered his life. In 2004, you started dating Jennifer Garner.
Absolutely.
Well, 9 months later, she became pregnant, and then you got married. So
See how I do it?
yeah,
Right away.
Yeah. But
It was about 11 months, but okay.
Okay, that's not necessarily the best way to begin a marriage.
It's not necessarily the best way to begin a marriage. Certainly, if I was standing on the outside, I would say, geez, you got pregnant right away. But, you know, we were really in love, and, you know, when that happened, we embraced it.
And now 7 years. Good?
Very good. I got really lucky. I married a really wonderful woman who was a great mother.
Your wife gave up a good part of her career.
Indeed,
Does she ever resent it or resent you?
She has given up a lot of opportunities in her career for our kids.
Yeah.
I don't flatter myself to think that it's for me, but it's because of me, in effect.
It's because you got her pregnant and she has kids.
Well, yes, Barbara, there is that. But it's because I went and worked so much, and I started directing, and that was taking 2 years, and she just didn't feel like, oh, well, now I can go 10 weeks and go do a movie. So she really spent her time with our children, and you can see the benefits it pays.
If you could give advice to your 25-year-old self, what would you say?
You know, I'd be inclined to say, you know, so watch out for this guy and don't spend money on this and buy real estate right up until 2007 and then dump it all, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's good advice. Yeah.
But the truth is about youth and experience and success and failure is that you just have to go live it and experience it. And if you don't, it doesn't make you a mature adult. I think that you're defined by how you rise more than how you fall.